Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the NMNTS Grand National Series presented by Motor Sims Racing Association. Tonight we'll be running the US Cellular 250 from Pocono. We're going to have 200 laps of action-packed racing. We're getting ready, from Iowa. We're getting ready to go into qualifying here to see who can take down the TN Designs Pole Award. With us tonight up in the camera booth is Tom Jenks for No Brakes TV. Dewey Lozel's on the mic with me tonight. Dewey, what do you think? How's everything been going?
Oh, not too bad. I'm definitely looking forward to the race here tonight at Iowa. A smaller track usually means there's a lot more action, a lot more beating and banging, and coming from a dirt track background, that's definitely what I like. So I'm looking forward to the race and seeing how everything shakes out here.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be an exciting run. We got about 23, 24 cars on the track tonight. Good field for this evening on Iowa. We got about it's a .88 4-turn track. Tonight we're going to be running 200 laps, Dewey. Looks like the track temp's going to be about 85 degrees, so we should see some pretty grippy racing going on out there.
Yeah, I think that'll help these guys a lot. Watching them practice, there's a couple of guys that were still trying to get the hang of it, looping it around in the corners, and it'll be interesting to see how everybody handles that. You know, you got 200 laps, so you got to try and keep yourself not in a lot of damage, stay out of trouble, especially if you get caught up in something early or late. You know, 200 laps is a long time, so you need to try and save your equipment and not push it so hard until you absolutely know you can without walking away with a lot of damage.
Yeah, definitely do. I think we're going to see quite a bit of damaged cars tonight. It just happens on these shorter tracks. It's one of those things racing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully we can get into some multi-lane racing, get some side-by-side going on, and some clean racing. But you know what? It's racing. It happens all the time. Cars are going to get into each other. Drivers' temperatures are going to get heated up, get a little upset. It's just one of those things. But it'll be interesting to see if we have any new drivers step up to the front. Looks like the two fast cars in practice tonight were both the SimSpec TV cars with Tyler Justice and John Bruno. So it'll be interesting to see how they can run throughout the race. I know that Iowa is notorious for tearing up tires as well, so it's just going to be an interesting ride.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious to see if anyone can knock those two off the top. They seem to be strong each and every time we turn on the cameras over at the NMNTS, but it's just them guys working hard and trying to get their cars dialed in and sure they're at the front for their league races. So they're definitely the cars to beat, whether they're the fastest or top 5. They're always going to be at the front.
Yeah, definitely one of the top teams here in NMNTS. You know, they've done pretty well the last 4 or 5 races we've done with them, but it'll be interesting to see if we can't find somebody else step up to the front. Looks like we're going to start qualifying here shortly, and we're going to be going off in reverse order from slowest practice time to fastest. That should give us the John Barron number 69 car, followed by Ronald White in the 99 will be the first 2 guys out.
And early news here, the old man, Billy Hargrove's going to take a scratch in qualifying, so he's choosing to start in the back. We'll see if anybody else does. I know sometimes some of these guys, they like to start in the back and kind of get themselves away from the mid-pack chaos that you possibly could be involved in. As we saw last night, lap 1, big-time wreck there. So not always a bad move to maybe start in the back and let everybody duke it out. Especially with 200 laps, you have plenty of time to work your way through the field.
Yeah, that's for sure, doing. A lot of guys like to start in the back too, just so they can get a feel what their setup's going to work and how it's going to work on the car too. So they may be fast in practice and may not be, but you know what? That's not a bad idea. I've done it before too.
Now, it sounds like John Barron's also going to take a scratch and start from the tail. We should be getting qualifying rolling here, Tom, and
That looks like the first car we're going to have go off to is the 83 of Clayton Kurtz. He was pretty fast last night in the truck, so let's see if he hold down in Iowa as well. Followed by him, so I think it's going to be the 81 of Andrew Cardinal.
you know, these guys were definitely fast last night, but got into some trouble there, so little misfortunate things happening, but it's a new night, new race, new track.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see something a little bit different tonight. We're going to have two cars qualifying at the same time on the track with a little bit of gap between them, so we'll be jumping back and forth between cars and taking a look at their results and calling them out for you as we go.
Clayton Curtis just took the green flag for his qualifying time, and Andrew Cardinal just crosses the stripe now.
You know what's good about being the first car out in qualifying, Dewey?
You get to see the track whenever it's fresh?
No, man, you get to be at the top of the qualifying list with your first lap down, buddy. You can say, hey, I won the pole for a little bit anyway. Right now, it looks like Clayton Curtis on his first lap put down a 22.88. Pretty good time over practice. He improved by 0.2.
Yeah, he put down a really good lap here. See if he can improve. Not quite. First lap's going to be quicker. Andrew Cardinal puts down a 22.989. Now I see on Clayton Curse's car, he's got a sponsorship from LaSalle Speedway. That is a dirt track. Awesome little track. So it's pretty cool to see that on his car. The 43 car, Craig Learman, he will be taking the green. In the STP, red, white, and blue, Chevrolet Camaro. The other car on the track, in the 114 TN Designs Toyota Camry, that's Jared Beasley.
Right, Jared Beasley's on his green flag run right now, coming through 3 and 4. He should be picking up the check here momentarily. We'll see what kind of time he's able to put up, Dewey. Looks like a 22.83, good enough for quick time at this point.
Oh, and he about loops it there in 1 and 2. Jared Beasley, great job holding on to that car.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like that'll be it for his qualifying session. He'll go with the one lap and he'll hold on to the pole for a little bit. We'll see if he can hang on for a while.
Just in between cars here real quick, I just want to go over the points for the Grand National Series. Right now, Mike Bruno is in first, Spence Thompson in second, Tyler Justice is in third, Michael Redding is in fourth, and Terry Mason is fifth. And then David Levine, Jason Alexander, David Hiza, Derek Robinson, and Craig Learman will round out the top 10 in points here tonight. Mike Bruno, he's got 3 wins. Spence Thompson has 1 win. Tyler Justice has 4 wins.
Jason Burgess on track. 818 just picked up the green flag. He'll be coming around here shortly to pick up a lap. Jason Burgess, I think, is just in front of him.
Yeah, he about looped it around there in 3 and 4. That's definitely going to hurt his qualifying times here tonight.
The 818 was able to run a 22.92 for third quickest right now on his first lap. That's Derek Robinson in the 818. Looks like he's running the... Derek Robinson's running the Crown Royal Black Toyota Camry tonight. Pretty cool looking paint job, Dewey.
Yeah, I definitely like the look of that. It's different, but it catches your eye, so you'll definitely know where he's at on the track.
Looks like we have the No Brakes TV racer Alan Westman in the 17 Bass Pro Shop Ford Mustang just now coming on the track. He'll be coming around to get the green flag here momentarily for his first lap. Let's see. I'm going to sit back and watch and see how he does, Dewey.
And the 62, David Heza is also going to be on the track with him.
First lap for the number 17, Alan Westman, runs a 22.95. He's running with HRL Motorsports tonight. Another good guy in that team, Derek. He did pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing how Gordon Larson does tonight, Dewey. He's another one of those drivers we picked up to sponsor. Hopefully he has a good night too.
Yeah, we definitely hope so. We hope all these guys have a good night. You want to see a lot of these guys, do good and be able to get some long green flag runs in, not get caught off in any wrecks. Allen will clock in fourth quick currently, 22.953. David Heza, 23.060.
I'm going to see if
I know he told me how to say his name, but I just
Jared
can't remember.
Beasley. Have a quick talk with him here, buddy. Let's see if we can see if we can't reach him on the radio.
Meanwhile, the 59 car, David Levine, is on track, along with the 00, and that is Gordon Larson Jr.
Dewey, I was able to catch up with Jared Beasley. He's currently on the top of the charts right now with a 22.8. Jared, great lap. What did you see out there on the track? Did you do anything different? Looked like you were able to pick up a little bit of time from practice.
Yeah, didn't do very well in practice. Just kept on overdriving it, getting it loose out of the corner. Believe I could do better. Didn't really get a good run off of 2, but hopefully my teammates, got to give a big old thanks to TN Designs, put the car out there on me. But yeah, it's been pretty good handling car and everything. Hopefully we can bring it to the front. Well, right now I'm at the front, but hopefully we can stay there.
Yeah, Jared, you've been fast here the past couple of races that we've been with you guys. Just caught up in some bad luck. And I always say that racing is 50-50. You got to be a 50% good driver, and 50% you got to have the good luck. And what do you think your chances are here tonight at a small little track like Iowa?
I'm hoping it's gonna be a really good night. To be honest, I haven't really had the best luck yet. I've gotten one top 5 so far, I believe, and that was pretty awesome. But I'm looking for that first place finish for sure.
Fantastic. We're looking forward to watching you tonight. Hope you have some great success. Anybody you want to thank out there right now?
Just Team Designs and Evil Knievel Racing and all them, and the guys for putting on the show, and you guys up there in the booth. Well, thank y'all.
Sounds good. Thank you, buddy. Going to be fun watching you run tonight. Looking forward to it. Have a good race and good luck out there. Hopefully we'll be talking to you later.
Alright, 10-4.
Well, Dewey, right now, Jared's still at the top of the charts with the 22.83. Looks like second fastest is 22.83 with the 9, so he has got him by 9 1/1000ths. And that would be the 09 of Aiden Young.
And 35 car, Sawyer Ott, he was just on track. He put down a 22.880. And fourth place, Clayton Curtis, has a 22.2. So these times very close right now. And Gordon Larson, he clocked in 8th quick at a 22.988.
You know, we got to chat with Gordon a little earlier today, and said last night he was during his interview. His wife, Mrs. Gordon Larson Jr. Just want to give a shout out to her if you're out there watching tonight, man. Thanks for tuning in. Give us a like on the Facebook page and also on the No Brakes TV page. Hope you're having a great evening watching both of your drivers tonight, Gordon Larson Jr. and Tyler Justice. So, talking to Gordon earlier tells me he was just telling us that he's taught Tyler Justice everything he knows. So, hopefully, he can take a lot of what he applied to teaching Tyler how to drive with the success he's had, and he can finish up with the top 5 again tonight.
Well, hopefully so, Tom. Hopefully so. Meanwhile, on the track, Michael Redding, Evil Knievel, he clocks in 4th quick with a 22.881. That is crazy times right there. And 12, Corey Walters, he was on the track. He's 7th quick with a 22.945.
Yeah, if this is any indication how close these times are in practice, dude, this is going to be one heck of an exciting race tonight, that's for sure.
Well, fisherman DJ Hargrove on the track.
Yeah, he's one half of Go Fast Racing. The other one would be his old man, Billy Hargrove. He opted to take a scratch from qualifying, so he'll be starting in the back. Be interesting to see what kind of lap he's able to put up. Oh, he knocks off top quickest with a 22.64. Great improvement of almost a 10th and a half over practice.
Spence Thompson coming around to pick up his lap as well. He'll clock in 4th quick right now, 22.866.
Here we go. That leaves the top 3 fastest drivers in practice. Tyler Justice, Mike Bruno, and Christopher Matthews. The 92 will go out, and then the 19, and then the 7. It'll be interesting to see how they end up, how close their times are to the rest of these. DJ Hargrove picks up the top spot, 22 with a 646. See if he can hang on to it. He's got 3 more drivers, and he could end up being the TN Designs Pole Award winner tonight, Dewey.
Yeah, we'll see if he can't hang on, but he's got some more tough competition laying down their lap times right now. As the 92, Christopher Matthews takes his green flag. As well as the 19 of Mike Bruno. Second quick for Christopher Matthews right now, 22.799. Mike Bruno takes away the second spot. That's close.
That is. It doesn't get much closer than that. Let's see what the 7's going to do here. Let's see if the 19 can pick up just a little bit. Maybe he can get underneath the 22.646 of DJ Hargrove. And he does not improve on his second lap with Mike Bruno. He comes across with a 23.02, so he'll be starting off second or third, maybe fourth. Let's see what happens here, Dewey.
And Tyler Justice, last car on the track. He was quick time in practice, 22.611. If he can hit that lap, he will take quick time for qualifying. Of course, him and Mike Bruno in the SimSpec PC Towers sponsored race cars out here with the NMNTS. Second quick, 22.744.
Been seeing those second laps drop off by most drivers. Looks like DJ Hargrove's going to have a pretty good shot at picking up the TN Designs Pole Award tonight.
Oh, Tyler got loose coming off a 4, and that's going to give it to DJ Hargrove.
Big shout out to DJ Hargrove. Great run on the TN Designs Pole Award winner.
Let's see if we can't catch up with DJ Hargrove.
Looks like we're going to be starting off. Let's take a look here. So on the pole will be DJ Hargrove. Outside row 1 will be Tyler Justice. Inside row 2 will be Mike Bruno. Outside row 2 will be Christopher Matthews in the 92 car. Inside will be number 114, Jared Beasley. Outside will be number 9, Aiden Young. Spencer Thompson will go off 7th on the inside in the number 89 car. And on the outside will be number 35, Sawyer Ott in 8th place. Michael Redding, is that Mr. Evil Knievel in the number 2 car, will be going out in 9th position on the inside with Clayton Kurtz on the outside in 10th.
Alrighty, Tom. UTN Pole Designs Pole Award winner, DJ Hargrove. DJ, that was a great lap you put down there, buddy.
I appreciate it, man. I was kind of surprised, but made a last adjustment. Seemed to help out real good. Put us up top for the first time this year. Feels great.
Yeah, definitely so, DJ. Good to see it. Congrats on that quick lap. Looking forward to seeing you run tonight. And looked like you had a pretty good run last night. Did you get caught up in any of that mess at the end or no?
No, last night I made my own mistake and caught the wall early on in the race, and then never really got to use my fast repair. I had it fixed, but I didn't have the speed to catch up with those guys last night. I ain't got the experience at that track, but still ended up with a good run. I snuck through the mess and ended up with a good finish for me.
Perfect. Looking for a great finish for you tonight. Hopefully you can contend with these guys. You've already shown that you can in qualifying. Congrats on winning that pole award, buddy. Anybody you want to thank out there?
I'd just like to thank you guys broadcasting us tonight. We really appreciate it. And the NMTS crew, man, we're going to have a good run tonight, put on a show for everybody. Hopefully not too many cautions. And yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Here we go.
Sounds good. Thank you. Look forward to interviewing you later with a nice top 3 finish tonight at least. Have a good one.
Thank you, buddy.
Well, Tom, we should be getting ready to roll here, as we got looks like 23 drivers, I believe, unless one of them has fell through here on their connection. Should be taking the green flag here at the NMNTS at Iowa. 200 laps around this racetrack, and it is a bit like a bull ring, even though it's not quite as small as the usual bull ring. This track definitely produces a lot of action, so I am definitely looking forward to this one.
Yeah, me too, Dewey. A lot of speed in this track also, so it'll be interesting to see once we get going here quite shortly. I think we're getting ready to turn over here and get the cars staged out, get the parade laps moving around, and drop into the green flag here in the next couple minutes.
Another one of the keys, I think, help getting yourself up to the front and leading some laps and maybe winning this race. Kind of the same thing that I touched on last night at Pocono. It's going to be patience. You know, and this track's going to have a lot more involved in the patience. As Pocono, you have a little bit of time to maybe make up a mistake, and you know the track's a bit wider, it's bigger, it's kind of easier to maybe not be punished so much by a mistake. But a track like Iowa, you make a mistake or you get a little impatient and you guys start beating and banging, you're going to either lose a lot of positions or you're going to get ran over. So I think patience is going to be a big key to the race here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. You get that car beat up, it's tough to take the time on pit road to get it fixed because the loops around, even under pacing, are actually pretty quick, Dewey. So guys got to be Johnny on the spot with their pit stops, getting into their boxes clean and getting out. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. Looking forward to it. Looks like they're getting staged up and should be moving over here in the next 60 seconds or so.
Definitely. While we have a minute, we'll go ahead and get all this stuff out of the way. We like to talk about racing, but we also like to talk about some sponsorships and whatnot. First and foremost, I'll do my half. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook, No Breaks TV. Check out the NMNTS on Facebook. Keep up to date with points, drama, anything going on over there. They will post it on their Facebook. Also, they post a little bit about their sponsors and whatnot over there, so make sure to check them out on Facebook. And John has, or not John, I'm sorry. I was looking at John Barron out on the track. Tom has the other half of the sponsor deal. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I definitely do. Looking forward to the NMNTS Grand National Series run tonight by Motorsims Racing Association. Go check them out at www.motorsimsracing.com. In addition tonight, TN Design sponsoring our 4 award winners. And got a couple other sponsors I just want to touch base on, Dewey. First, it's SimSpec PC Towers. Go check them out at www.simspec.com. They do a wonderful job putting together any kind of a sim computer you want put together. It just depends on what kind of budget you want to do, and they can help you out in any way, so go check them out. The other people I want to talk about is Hancock's Oil Can. You know what? You can go on their website at www.oilcanhancocks.com. Shop promo code Thunder17. They got some pretty good fragrances on there to go check out for men. Good little website with some pretty cool packaging, some pretty good neat little deals in there. So go check out our sponsors. We appreciate them being here. And it looks like we're getting ready to go green here shortly. We've got another pace lap right after this, and we'll be knocking it off here. 200 laps at at Iowa Speedway.
Yeah, this race definitely should be a good and interesting one. Hopefully we can keep the drama and the tempers to a minimum, but I believe with the way this track is, that probably won't happen. Alrighty, Tom. We are getting ready to go under green here at Iowa. This should be a fast and furious one. I am definitely excited. Pace car pulls in. And we will wait for them to drop the hammer. Green is out. And we are underway.
It's going to be interesting tonight, Dewey, to see what kind of lines these drivers take as we're getting around here, getting ready to complete the first lap. DJ Hardgrove coming out of turn 4 with the lead at the moment. You know, there's several different lines that can be run on this track, but it'd be interesting to see. You know, a lot of guys like to fight for the bottom in 1 and 2 and then go towards the middle to the high side in 3 and 4. Like most short tracks, you know what? Oh, we got a wreck up in the front of the racetrack. The 2 leaders getting together, DJ Hardgrove and Tyler Justice, causing a spin. We're still under green. Now the caution comes out.
Looks like coming off of turn 2, Tyler Justice got loose, put it up in the wall, and DJ Hardgrove nowhere to go. But Tyler Justice was able to get the lead from DJ Hardgrove, but coming at it too, just got a little loose, as I was talking about earlier. Some of these guys still trying to understand this track. That's a tough break for those 2 guys. They were running 1 and 2.
Yeah, definitely do a tough break up at the front. Looked like on that one, 7 did, yeah, like you said, the 7 pushed up, got into the wall a little loose out of turn 2, and came down and gathered up DJ Hardgrove in the 24. Tough break there for the 24. Started out this race, won the pole award. It looks like he's going to have to get the pit road as soon as he can to get his rig fixed and come back out and see if he can't make a march through the field.
Yeah, I definitely look for both of those guys to be coming through the field. They're both fast, obviously, and there's still a lot of laps left to go. We're only on lap 2, so still got well over 100 laps, well over 100 laps to get yourself back to the front.
Yeah, definitely. What that caution's going to do, though, it's going to open it up for the 19, who's our current points leader in the Grand National Series here. Mike Bruno, who's had some pretty good success so far this year. We'll have to see how he can run and see if he can hold on to his tires and keep his car under him, and hopefully we'll get into a nice long green flag lap here.
Right now, if I'm looking at the running correctly, the man that is on the move, the 83, Clayton Curtis, started 10th. He's up to 5th. So he definitely had to make a lot of moves before the front 2 cars were also involved in a wreck. That's definitely a good job by him to get himself moved up through the field. And another interesting mover so far, and the man I accidentally mistake you for, John Barron, 23rd to 14th.
Yeah, that's a big jump right there. He must have been really hauling the mail and was able to capitalize.
Yeah, I mean, we're only a handful of laps in, and that is a massive gain for him. It'll be interesting to see if he can continue marching through the field and maybe crack the top 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we have a moment, I want to ask you a personal favor, if you don't mind. Once you get a chance under these cautions, you got a little bit of time, take the time to go in and take a look at our Facebook page, nobrakes.tv, and give us a like if you don't mind. Also, would like to see you to go check out Hancock's Oil Can. Go to www.oilcanhancocks.com. Take a look at the products that they offer. Pretty good company from what I understand. I've got some of their stuff on order myself, so I'm looking forward to giving you an actual review of it as soon as I get my stuff in the mail. Also looking at SimSpec PC towers. Go to www.simspec.com. Have a look at the equipment that they can provide you for any kind of simulators, whether you're sim racing or flight simulators. They got you all taken care of there. They can build the perfect computer that will fit your budget. So go check them out. Again, that's SimSpec PC towers.
The lights are out on the pace car. Everybody should be doubling up, and we should be back underway next time by.
Yeah, well, getting ready to go green here again, Dewey, at the Motor Sims Racing Association US Cellular 250 from Iowa Speedway. Go check out Motor Sims Racing Association. Their website's www.motorsimsracing.com. Pretty good group of people. We appreciate them being the title sponsor for the series this year, and look forward to going green here.
Most definitely. 19, Mike Bruno. 92, Christopher Matthews, taking you to the green as we get back underway here at Iowa. The green flag is out, and we are back underway.
All right, Dewey, next time by, we'll have 191 laps to go in this long race here at Iowa Speedway. I'm looking forward to seeing some of these cars making their move through the field as we're coming up. I think a lot of the times last night we had quite a few guys who were sitting back waiting for the right time to go at Pocono. I think we're going to see a little bit of that tonight too, but I think one thing about Iowa, with the way pit road is, track position is key, and it looks like we got a car loose coming out of turn 2. He comes down to the bottom, he holds on to it.
That was second place Christopher Matthews. He lost a ton of spots, but he was able to keep that car rolling in the right direction. A good save, but he's fallen back to 6th, and he's losing the spot to Jared Beasley. And Derek Robinson trying to follow through with Jared Beasley. A tough break for Christopher Matthews.
One good thing about see though, Dewey, it seems the drivers out there realize that there's a lot of give and take going on. So got a lot of guys giving the guys who are a little bit quicker than them the opportunity to go by them now, and then the other guys who are faster are taking advantage of it and going through the field.
I agree. Tyler Justice all the way up to 11th after restarting on the tail in just 3 laps here. So some incredible driving by the 7th car, able to move through the field like nothing.
Yeah, the 7 car continues to pick drivers off. I'm watching the line he's running to. He looks like he's having some pretty good success going to the bottom in both 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 until he gets up front.
He has now cracked the top 10. He is up to 8th. And Craig Learman right in front of him. Tyler Justice is the car to watch right now as he is really moving.
Yeah, quite a few cars starting to get loose out there. We just had it look like the TN Designs car got loose in turn 4 there, was able to gather back up and keep going in the number 114.
Tyler Justice almost got 3 cars in 1 corner there. Oh, Tyler Justice looping around on the front straightaway. He's trying to stop it, smashes into the infield wall there on pit road. It's going to stay green. He's going to try and pull the car back out on the track and keep it going until we can get a yellow. But Tyler Justice almost all the way through the field and then loops it coming out of 4.
And he's got heavy damage to the front of that car, Dewey. I don't know with a small short track like this if that's going to have as much of an impact as the aero. Obviously, it'll make it a little tougher to get through the corners at top speed, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. As long as his motor holds on, he should be able to still be competitive with his lap times.
That's one thing I'll be watching for with him is how that car is going to be running. That was a hard lick down there, and we'll see if the car is able to do what it needs to do, as he is definitely coming up to being a lap down here from his teammate, Mike Bruno.
Good little battle going on right now with Alan Westman and Derek Robinson. Derek Robinson's able to take the bottom and take a lap away from, take a position away from the 17 of Alan Westman at the start finish. Looks like Alan's in there saving his equipment, looking for the long run. We've got a pretty decent long run right now. Drivers have sorted it out. They're picking and choosing their times. They've got some space between them. Now let's just see who's going to save their equipment and make a late run in this green flag.
Well, they definitely need to get a move on it. The other car, oh, just as I was talking about him, DJ Hardgrove. He was up to 11th, and he loops it coming off of turn 4.
He just spun down to the infield grass there. It looks like he's not going to have any damage, so he should be all right. Be able to get back on the track and keep racing. Hopefully he can stay on the lead lap.
And maybe I should stop cycling to these guys that are making big moves. Every time I go to talk about them, Tom, they keep looping it coming out of 4. DJ Hardgrove under fire here. Mike Bruno trying to put him a lap down.
Here goes 69 getting loose. And he checks up. The 99 checks up. We've got another self-spinner in the back. He stopped in the middle of turn 2. I think we're seeing these guys' tires start to go away, Dewey, and they came away pretty quick. So these guys are struggling to hold on to these cars in the corners.
I think you might see some cars come down pit road a little bit earlier than expected. Track not as grippy as I think they want it to be or they expected it to be. And a lot of fast cars are just looping it around with ease here. Well, it'd be interesting to see what everybody's strategy is moving forward, as a lot of guys are struggling right now with the track condition.
Yeah, I'm going to take a peek here, Dewey, at the lap times right now. Going with the leader, he'll be coming across start finish here shortly. Looks like he ran at 23.885. Second place truck of Evil Knievel, Michael Redding, ran at 23.886, so they're almost identical lap times.
Michael Redding doing a great job right now. 9th to 2nd. Clayton Curtis right behind him, 10th to 3rd.
Like right now, Mike Bruno, the leader, has got a 2.5 second, almost a 3 second lead on the second place car of Michael Redding. He's starting to get challenged by Clayton Kurtz in the number 83 coming out of turn 2.
The battle for 9th was still raging on. Alan Westman and Derek Robinson, they seem to just be trading 9th place every couple of laps. Right now, Alan Westman is taking it from Derek Robinson. Right in front of them, for 7th, Christopher Matthews is trying to find a way around the 43 of Craig Learman. So pretty good battles within the top 10 here. But Mike Bruno just continues to check out. He's up to 3.2 second lead over Michael Redding.
He's getting very close to lapping his teammate in the SimSpec TV car in the number 7, Tyler Justice. A few more laps, I think he'll get by him. I would imagine Tyler won't hold him up too long.
I've been watching Tyler's car. It's still running, but he's definitely not nearly as fast as he was at the restart of this race. I think that damage is going to play a big factor, and he is going to need a couple of yellows to try and get that car fixed to where it can be competitive again.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dewey. One of the big things that he's got to look at and keep an eye on with anytime you get any kind of frontal damage to these late generation cars and the Xfinity cars, you got to be careful and keep an eye on your water temps and your oil temps. That could cause his car, the engine, to blow it really without any warning. So those gauges go red, you'll probably see him duck off, get off the gas, and duck down the pit road right away.
He's currently 3rd in points, so this is big implications right now for Tyler Justice. He's currently the first car a lap down if we do get a caution, but his car with heavy damage.
Looks like we have a pretty good battle developing up here with the 89 and 35. There's two cars that are going at it head-to-head, bumper to bumper. Same thing also with the 12 of Corey Walters and the 92 of Christopher Matthews in his GM Designs car. He looks like he's going to drop to the bottom in 1 and 2, take the position away on exit coming down the straightaway. Those two keep running side by side.
Christopher Matthews trying to fight his way back.
Yeah, those two keep running side by side like that. That's going to give the cars behind them in the 17. It's closed the gap by almost 2/10 just in that lap while those guys are battling side by side. Right now, it looks like we ran this time by. It'll be 26 green flag laps, Dewey. Looks like, but I have to imagine some of those guys' tires, I'm guessing the pit window for tires is probably going to be around 35 to 40 laps. They can break this 200 lap session down into 5 stops. That's going to be the key. The fewer stops that they can do it, the better off they will be. That's if we were to go caution free, but that's a good number to shoot for.
Yeah, definitely a strategy plan. We'll see what kind of strategies do pan out here, as we know a lot of these guys like to gamble. Right now, Michael Redding is running second, but Clayton Curtis has caught him. We'll see if the 83 cannot make his way around Evel Knievel in the 2 car and take away the second position.
Interesting thing on the leaders' lap times, Julie. I'm checking them here back and forth, and you know what? You're not seeing as much drop off as you think you would see. It looks like his last lap was a 24:08. He's had about 0.8 of drop off of speed on average throughout this entire run. So if he's able to keep that up, that is a humongous advantage over the other drivers. I haven't had a chance to look at some of the other drivers, but that's one of those things. If you keep your car out there the longest, so without dropping off as much time and saving your equipment, that's just a recipe for success right there, buddy.
Yes, sir. Consistency is key, and Mike Bruno is doing just that. I have to say, Michael Redding is doing the same. Their lap time's almost identical, and he's not gaining a too awful much on Michael Redding. Michael Redding currently has a mirror full of Clayton Curtis, which is allowing Mike Bruno to drive away. Spence Thompson and Christopher Matthews going at it for 4th. Christopher Matthews gets him in 1 and 2. Spence Thompson was looking to the inside down the back straightaway, but too much momentum to the 92 of Christopher Matthews. It looks like he will take away the 4th position. And Sawyer Ott right there to try and pass Spence Thompson as well. Good little battle here between 4th, 5th, and 6th right now.
Looks like right now, Dewey, we got a spinner and a caution. The 43 gets loose and wrecks out of turn 2.
That was a tough break for Craig Learman. He was running in 11th. He was in the top 10. But I'm sure everybody was wanting to see this caution come down and get some tires and kind of regain some control on their vehicle here. Looks like the first car lap down is DJ Hardgrove, Tom, so that's definitely going to be a tough break for Tyler Justice with all that damage.
Yeah, he's going to have to try to get Tyler. Might end up going 2 laps down if he's able to try and get most of that damage fixed on pit road. It's going to be tough to do. Good to see DJ making his way back to the lead lap after qualifying first with the TN Designs pole award. Should be interesting to see how he comes back out, and after this and getting his lap back, see if he's able to make a charge through the field or not.
I'm also watching Tyler Justice. He stayed out on the track to get his lap back, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with his car. Maybe it's a small fix that can get him to the end. We'll see. Have to keep an eye on that 7 car. Meanwhile, everybody else is on pit road, as expected here.
Good little battle
Looks like,
exit in pit road there with Mike Bruno and Evel Knievel in the 2 car.
Michael Redding almost had him.
That's the other thing too, Dewey. These drivers need to remember pit road speed is only 40 miles per hour. It's considerably less than what most of these guys were running last night at Pocono at 60 miles per hour. They're going to have to be careful out there. They may end up getting a speeding ticket here and there tonight. And you know what? With track position being key, that'd be a tough pill to swallow if you get caught speeding on pit road tonight, Dewey.
I definitely agree with you there. And this pit road's entrance is really tough and kind of comes up on you out of nowhere. So these guys have their hands full on pit road as well. Nothing really easy about this Iowa track.
One thing I really like about these shorter tracks, Dewey, is the pace car is able to get out and pick up the leader a lot quicker than you are on your longer tracks like Pocono last night. I think we're going to see probably an average of 4 laps per caution, usually what it runs, where last night at Pocono we were seeing an average of 5 laps under caution, it seems. So Nowadays, with or here at Iowa, the pace car is able to jump out and pick up the leader, so we can get everybody organized right away and get their pit stops in and get back to green flag racing.
That's definitely want to see a lot of green flag racing. We've got that so far. Just a little self spin there from the 43 car, Craig Learman. Nothing with him being spun or anything like that. Just everybody really battling the track right now. It seems as if you're racing the track more than you're racing the other drivers, as a lot of the fast guys are finding out that it is a little slick out there, a little bit more slick than they thought.
You know what? You just touched on something right there, Dewey. You are out there running against 23, 24 other cars. The number one thing to focus on is racing the track. Get what you can get out of your car on the track, and if you can do that better than the other guys, you should have no problems getting top 5 finishes here at Iowa. That's the biggie with Iowa. Everything goes away pretty quick, and we're seeing cars as we got into that green flag run, they're getting really loose in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. They pay attention and slow down and race the track instead of worrying about racing the other drivers. They're going to have a lot of success here.
Lights on the pace car are out, Tom. Mike Bruno and Michael Redding going to lead you to the green. Clayton Curtis, Spence Thompson will be in the second row. Christopher Matthews and Sawyer Ott. Corey Walters, Alan Westman, David Levine, and Derek Robinson will round out the top 10. And interesting enough, Tyler Justice still with a little bit of damage on the front of his race car, and he's a lap down. So his crew had to do a lot of work to that car, put him back a lap down, and he's still got a lot of damage on his car. And we're back under green here at Iowa.
Huge jump by the 19 off of the restart. Looks like he got a huge jump going down in turn 1. But Evel Knievel in the number 2 car has caught him already moving into turn 3. Tell you what, Dewey, the number 2 car, Evel Knievel, is looking pretty racy tonight.
And Michael Redding definitely been fast since the drop of the green here. His race trim is really good, and he is all over the back bumper of Mike Bruno. So now it just comes down to consistency and racing the track and see if he can't get around the 19.
And caution on the Speedway. Wasn't able to catch that. I'm going to have to go back and take a look at the camera and see what happened on that spin.
Definitely unfortunate. That was a quick yellow there.
Yeah, Dewey, it looked like they just went in 3 wide into turn 1 there. There was nowhere place to go. One of the cars had to give, just with Iowa not being as wide of a corner track. The outside car just got loose and got whipped around.
Yeah, that's definitely something I thought we would see here, you know, tight quarters racing, and 3 wide's hard enough as it is on a big track, but doing it on a definitely smaller track like Iowa tends to be a little hairy. But no harm, no foul. It doesn't seem like the 99 of Ronald White's too upset. I think he understood the situation of what was going on. So everybody should be calm, cool, collected, and we should be getting back underway here in a couple laps.
Ladies and gentlemen, looks like we had 1 wave around, or 1 lucky dog. He'll be making his lap around now, coming up to the rear of the field. Go down and take a look here. Mike Bruno, the leader. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we're going to have one more lap of pacing, and then the lights will go out, and we'll get them locked back together, and we'll go green in 2. Just want to give a big shout out right now to Motorsims Racing Association for putting on and being a title sponsor for the series this season. Go check them out at www.motorsimsracing.com. In addition, we have a couple other sponsors I'd like to talk to you guys about out there in TV land. Go check out SimSpec PC Towers, www.simspec.com. They'll build you a nice PC monitor or PC for any kind of simulator, so whether your budget's high or low, they can accommodate you in any way they can. Also, definitely last but not least, we got something to talk about. Hancock's Oil Can. You know what, pretty great company here. They got a nice little fragrance that they put out for men. Go check them out at www.oilcanhancocks.com. Again, that's www.oilcanhancocks.com and shop promo code Thunder17. So, let me go through the top 10 quick here. We've had some movers over that last caution. Starting out will be Mike Bruno. He's our leader with the number 2 car of Michael Redding, Evil Knievel, in 2nd position. P3 will be Spence Thompson in the number 89 car. Number 35 car of Sawyer Lott will be 4th. 83rd car of Clayton Kurtz. And the 92 of Christopher Matthews will be in 6th position. Alan Westman in the 17 will be in 7th. Corey Walters in the number 12 will line up 8th. David Levine with DLR Racing will be in the number 59 car, lined up 9th. And the 81 car, Andrew Cardinal, will be rounding up your top 10. On the track right now, it appears we have 2 cars, just 2 cars one lap down. That'd be the 99 and Ron White in that last little spin, and the number 7 of Tyler Justice.
The lights on the pace car are out, so we should be going green next time by. Hopefully we can get a little further into the green flag run here, Tom, and see some racing.
Yeah, I think we will do with as much patience as we saw the run before this last couple cautions. You know what? That 3 wide in the corners, just somebody's got to give. It ended up being the 99 car. He's the one that kind of self-spun in that situation. So that being said, looks like we're getting ready to go green here. Coming out of turn 4, pace car should be ducking off here shortly.
We are back underway here at Iowa. Mike Bruno with a crazy jump on this restart. Right now, Michael Redding still all over the back of the 19 of Mike Bruno for the lead here. It seems like Mike Bruno is running the line that Michael Redding likes to run, so the 2 car will have to find a different way around if he wants to lead this race.
A lot of good racing going on in this field tonight, Dewey. A lot of quality drivers out here taking their time, being very patient. That's what we talked about at the head of the show tonight. Keys to success here, being patient and take what you can get when you can get it. We see all of our drivers doing that tonight. Another great race, a lot of exciting stuff going on the track. If you take a look around, it's not always just about the leader, although many times it is, and they do get the most TV time. But I like double checking back and taking a look back in the back of the field, see what we got going on there too. It's always some good side-by-side racing or aggressive racing going on there too.
'92 spinning off of turn 2.
And he
Christopher
catches the
Matthews
inside
down on the
wall
infield.
hard.
He's
Looks
going to
like
keep rolling.
Looks like we're going to stay green, Dewey.
That's another tough break for the 92 car. I'm not sure if he had got together with the 59. It didn't look like it. They were racing hard there for the 8th position.
It's like the 00 Gordon Larson Jr. is starting to track down the number 114 of Jared Beasley. He's moving up through the field pretty decently. He's been steady all night tonight, Dewey.
Definitely, and the other car to watch, DJ Hargrove back on the lead lap. He's back up to 14th. See if he can't continue to work his way towards the front after that unfortunate accident there in the opening laps. Looks like Andrew Cardinale looping it around there on the infield right at the start-finish line.
Yeah, we're seeing it, Dewey, about 5 to 10 laps into a run. These cars starting to get really loose in the rear end. Some of that has to do with the track, some of that has to do with tires, but it also has a lot to do with fuel burning off too. Once that fuel burns off, that rear end gets pretty light, and that is a big opportunity for these drivers to get in the gas a little too early coming off the corner and spin out.
Michael Redding lost 2 spots there, getting a little loose. That'll move Spence Thompson up to 2nd. Oh no, Sawyer Ott almost loses it coming out of 4. Everyone had to brake check right there. So now Clayton Curtis and Alan Westman are in the mix here. There's a battle for 3rd going on. Sawyer Ott gets into the wall just a little bit. That's going to lose some momentum to Michael Redding. And Alan Westman looks to the inside here, trying to crack into the top 5.
Then we got a spinner back on the exit of turn 2, Dewey. Self spin to the bottom, looks like we're going to stay green. And again, guys, just getting back to the throttle a little too quick in the center of the corner before the apex. And it's bringing that rear end right around.
It definitely makes for an interesting race with all these guys battling this type of track condition, trying to get the most out of the track, but some of them just pushing a little too hard, but it makes it exciting.
Yeah, it definitely does, too. It's exciting to watch this race. Looks like the 17 is going to work on the number 83 next. He's got the 9 pushing him as well. And Aiden Young's pushing him a little bit as the 17 of Westman dives down to the bottom. Aiden Young stays in the center with the 83 on the high side.
That's a great battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. All those guys all jockeying for position right now. Definitely some good racing going on. Hopefully none of these guys loop it around. And we can keep everybody under control and racing here, as Alan Westman's going to think the better of that situation. With Aiden Young with an aggressive move to the middle, almost made it 3 wide.
Dewey, this is the time of race where these drivers are going to start searching around for grip and speed and in and out of the corners, running different lines. And we got some good bumper-to-bumper driving going on back here. This is a pretty good battle for the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th.
While all that was going on, Michael Redding able to catch back up to Spence Thompson, see if he can't get around him for 2nd. As Michael Redding was running very well, just got a little loose, but able to work his way back up here, and he ran down Spence Thompson. Now he just needs to figure out a way around him.
Yeah, definitely, Dewey. That's a valuable position right there. Those two running very close to each other in the points tonight.
We have a caution here. Looks like 99 of Ronald White was around in turn 2.
Pretty decent little green flag run there, Dewey. This little caution is going to give all these drivers a chance to go back, reset, get some 4 fresh Goodyears, a full tank of fuel. And it'll be interesting to see if anybody tries to go with 2 tires, since we've only had about 15 laps on this green flag run.
I'll be interested to see who does what.
Yeah, not always a very good option here at Iowa. 4 tires is usually always the way to go.
Look to replay that caution there as I'm watching. Looks like Ronald White tried to dirt track at turns 1 and 2, and the car did not agree with the dirt track maneuver. Everybody on pit road.
With that self-spin of the 99, Dewey, that'll give the 7 of Tyler Justice, the lucky dog, that'll give him an opportunity to get back on the lead lap.
Yeah, he's been real patient, and I'm not sure if he's able to push his car really hard with all that damage, so we'll see what the 7 can do.
Looked like we had the 2 of Michael Redding beat the number 89 off in a tight battle off the pit road.
So your top 5, the 19 of Mike Bruno still in first. The 2 of Michael Redding. The 89 of Spence Thompson will be in third. The 09 of Aiden Young will be in fourth. And the 17 of Alan Westman rounds out the top 5.
Moving on back through the 6th position, Sawyer Ott in the number 35 car, and David Levine from DLR Racing in the 59 car. Check out that 00 has broke the top 10 in the 8th position, Gordon Larson Jr., followed by in the 9th, DJ Hargrove's back in the top 10. Good run by him coming from the back after that early caution. He was our TN Designs Pole Award winner today, so let's see if he can't move up a little bit further on this next run, Dewey.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep an eye on 24. He's been doing really well, being real patient to move through the field, and he's back into the top 10, and he's still got over 100 laps to get himself back towards the front. I was watching on pit road. Tyler Justice stayed on pit road as long as humanly possible to try and get that car repaired. Just as the pace car was coming around, he pulled out of pit road, and he's able to stay on the lead lap here.
Taking a look at his car, looks like he's able to get some of his damage fixed, but it's still pretty beat up on the nose there, Dewey, so hopefully he's able to get enough fixed that he can continue to pace around here, and, you know, he may still have some time that he's got to work on it, but we got a lot of race left, so 7-car Tyler Justice should have an opportunity to get the rest of his damage fixed. If we get 1 or 2 more cautions here, he's going to be in good shape as long as he doesn't get caught up in anything.
We'll be going green next time by. The lights on the pace car are out. Everybody stacking up OI2.
Let's see if the 19 of Mike Bruno mixes it up this time. You know, he probably has been going as soon as the pace car exits the speedway and kind of jumping the start. So let's see if he's going to mix it up a little bit, try to throw his competitors off who may be catching on to when he's restarting the race.
They're rolling through turns 3 and 4. The pace car should be ducking off into the pit area. And we are back underway here at Iowa.
He hesitates just a second that time and gives himself another good jump, but you know what? The number 2 of Michael Redding was ready for it. He was able to get up there as well and get a jump on the 89. He'll move to the bottom and pick a big run off of turn 2 and try to get up to the bumper of the 19. It's like 3 and 4. Most of these drivers are like in the center to the high line. Not anybody going down to the bottom at this time. Those grippy tires, they're able to hold it and maintain the momentum pretty good.
Everybody definitely trying to get the most that they can out of the fresh tires before it goes away, and it gets ultra slick out there. As we've seen a lot of guys self-spins just looping it around. With the 2 car, Michael Redding trying to hang with the 19 right now. He is running really well, but he's going to have to make a pretty big move here to get around Mike Bruno, as they're running basically the same line.
Yeah, definitely. Dewey, these drivers tonight are so evenly matched. Even the slightest mistake or the slightest little bit of wheel slip or just pushing up a little too hard or getting a little bit loose, they're giving up positions when that happens. So looks like most of these drivers running through the field right now just have to be ready to capitalize whenever they have an opportunity.
We have a caution here. It looks like Ronald White and Tyler Justice.
That's going to be a tough break if the 7 sustained any additional damage in that little incident right there, Dewey. You know, he was working hard under the other cautions. This would have been a good opportunity for that 7 to get some more damage repaired on his car. That being said, looks
it seems
like
Ronald White just got loose.
A little too much damage, and he may not be able to continue out here. If that, he probably may be able to continue to run some laps. Hopefully he can pick up a couple spots, but looks like we have a couple fakers going on and off the pit road, do we? No takers at this time, though.
I think with everybody just coming down just 2-3 laps before that, there's no reason to come back down again unless you're thinking of a different strategy. Maybe put yourself 2 or 3 laps ahead of everybody else, but that could also come back to bite you in the end. So I think it was a smart move by everybody to just stay out and continue running with what you got. But
yeah, I think so too, Dewey. You got it. You hit the nail right on the head with that one, buddy. I think we just had a little bit of gamesmanship going on by the 2 in the 89 and the 09.
Definitely. As we can see in the garage area, you guys cannot. The 7 of Tyler Justice has retired for the evening. So that'll be a big points hit for him as well. As it stands, he will finish in 22nd position here tonight. That is not good in terms of points.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've had some movers come through. You got DJ Hargrove all the way up to 7th position now. Excellent opportunity for him to capitalize and move up a couple more positions. He's been fast all night, being the TN Design Pole Award winner. 1/2 a Go Fast racing. He's out here racing with his father, the old man, Billy Hargrove. It's good to see those guys having a good night tonight so far as a team, and there's quite a few teams out there that are having a pretty heck of a night. I think HRL Motorsports, they got a lot of guys that are running up front too. You got Alan Westman in there, Derek Robinson, he's back in 19th, still in the lead lap. You're looking at Gordon Larson Jr. in the 00. He's running the 9th in the top 10. So you got quite a few guys out there that run pretty good. You got David Heisler, he's also in there in the 18th position on the lead lap. So we're getting ready to go back green here, I think, next time by, do we? Oh, it looks
No,
like we're
the
going to
lights
have
are
one
still
more
on,
lap.
man.
Yep. One more lap of pacing, it looks like, before the lights will go out.
We're approaching halfway here, just a handful of laps or so away. And Mike Bruno right now has been the car to beat. Now, I'm interested to see if the second half remains the same or if anyone has anything for that 19 car, Mike Bruno.
Yeah, dude, he's definitely got the advantage starting the race each time. It's just not if they get into a long enough green flag run and see if the two of the 89 can't get to his bumper. You know what? They're running similar lines, so I think, unfortunately, it's going to have to do what they can to wait. Either he's going to have to make a mistake or, you know what? I think it's a little early in the race to try to get somebody loosened up to try to get by him right now, though.
Yeah, definitely too early. You can do that, but you also risk taking yourself out, and that would not be good either. So I think the smart thing to do is either you can try and pressure him without actually getting into him, maybe if he'll make a mistake, or try and catch him in lap traffic if we have a long enough green flag run to catch lap traffic.
That's for sure, buddy. Looks like we're getting ready to go green here this time by in the NMNTS Grand National Series presented by Motorsims Racing Association. Go check them out at www.motorsimsracing.com. Looks like we're going to have 116 to go out of 200 laps when we go back green. Go in and take a look at SimSpecPC.com. Also take a look at OilHancocks.com. We're getting ready to go green here. They're in turn 3 now, Dewey. If you got the call as to go to green.
Mike Bruno, Michael Redding taking you back to the green flag, and here we go. We're back underway at Iowa.
With them side by side for second and third, Evil Knievel and Spence Thompson in the 89. They're right to the bumper of Mike Bruno. That's going to allow them running side by side. It's going to allow the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth place cars to move their way up close and get in the battle also.
They're definitely trying to pressure the 19 into making a mistake. We'll see if Mike Bruno continues to be consistent or if these guys all in his mirror makes him maybe rethink a line or two and they can get around him.
That's 24, DJ Hargrove diving to the bottom of the number 35, trying to hold him off. He can hold the momentum out of the corner coming into the straightaway.
DJ has to be careful. That is the same move that he pulled earlier on when he moved through the field after the wreck and spun it out all on his own. So he has to really be careful and not overdo it or he'll loop it again coming off 4.
Yeah, it's an interesting little arrow thing that happens here at Iowa. You get too close to the car to the outside of you, that rear end is just going to get sucked right around into their wind on the outside car. And you're just hanging on for the ride at that point.
As we say that, 17 of Alan Westman gets a little loose, loses a couple spots back to 7th. TJ Hargrove, Sawyer Ott sneaks by him. I do believe everybody's starting to settle in here.
Just as we say that, caution, wreck in the back in turn 1.
Derek Robinson and Jared Beasley looks like they might have tangled. Derek Robinson with a lot of damage to his Toyota Camry. So just as we think everybody starts getting into a good rhythm here, we get another yellow, and this has got to be frustrating for these drivers who are trying to get into a rhythm and just try and get relaxed and comfortable with these track conditions here, and we just keep getting yellow after yellow.
Yeah, it was just tough judgment there by the 818 going into the corner. He wasn't sure exactly when the car in front of him was going to brake to go down into the turn. He just got into the back of him and kind of dumped him. Unfortunate circumstances, tough break, anticipating when the driver in front of you, it's tough to do sometimes to get that close. on these short tracks is anticipate the guy in front of you when he's going to brake to go into the corner.
And we got most of the lead lap cars on pit road, but Evel Knievel, Michael Redding, he stays out. Gordon Larson Jr. stayed out. Christopher Matthews, he stayed out. David Heza, he stayed out. And it looks like Jason Burgess making a return to the track. He is 75 laps down currently.
Not a bad idea. He's only got 6 hard laps on these tires for Gordon Larson Jr. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Bruno now. He's going to have to make his way back through the field. See here if the 2-car pits, just picking up some extra bonus points for leading a lap, and he does not. So he's going to stay out. He's going to bring us back to the green when we go to restart.
I think if you're able to hold on to your car and you can run that line, it is not a bad idea to maybe stay out with only 6-7 laps on your tires. Is you're going to make these guys have to run that uncomfortable line down on the bottom where we've seen a lot of spins happen here. So I think it is a pretty smart strategic move. If your car's not handling too bad, you're running the preferred line. You got to make them go around you, and they got to go around where a lot of guys have been looping it around here tonight. So your top 5 now looks like this. The 2 of Michael Redding, Evel Knievel will be in the lead. Gordon Larson Jr. in the 00 will be in second. The 92 car, Christopher Matthews, he's back up to third. The 62, David Heza, he's in fourth. And Mike Bruno in the 19, he will round out the top 5.
Looks like Kim and Spence are going to be the first 2 cars with fresh tires. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to move through the pack, even though the other leaders have only got about 5 or 6 laps on their tires, Joey.
As we come up just shy of halfway, you got a lot of strategy being played out here. I think this race is about to get a little interesting.
Yeah, I agree, Dewey. I think a lot of these guys have been sitting around the back being patient. Patient tends to run out with race car drivers, as you know yourself, being a racer. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. We're going to have a lot of excitement in the next 100 laps to close out this race. We're just about halfway there. Looks like next time on by we'll have 107 to go, so we'll probably be going green around 106 or 105 to go. And sit back, relax, ladies and gentlemen, have a good time. Go check out those websites, SimSpec PC Towers at simspec.com, and also check out at oilcanhancocks.com and use the shop the promo code Thunder17. Any of you ladies and wives out there looking for something to give your husband a little present or a little gift, or your significant other, go check them out. Again, another big shout out to Motor Sims Racing Association. You got to check them out at motorsimsracing.com. Being the title sponsor of the series this season here in the Grand Nationals for the NMNTS, do a heck of a job. Appreciate them being on board all year long with every race, and looks like the lights are out on the pace car, Dewey, so we're getting ready to go green here next time by.
That we are, and I'm really interested to see how this restart goes. You got 2 guys, Michael Redding, Gordon Larson Jr. Michael Redding gets to start the race now. Gordon Larson has not been up at the front at all. So it'd be interesting to see some new faces up here getting to restart this race. And see if they can't hold off Mike Bruno and the rest of those guys who've got fresh tires. The pace car should be pulling off the track here any moment. And he does. And we are back underway. Green flag at Iowa.
19 and Mike Bruno gets underneath, makes it 3 wide. The 92, it looked like Chris Matthews.
Matthews trying to fight back on the high side, but Mike Bruno definitely take advantage of those fresh tires. Get down to that part of the track where your car doesn't handle very well quickly and make your moves, as he is now in second, trying to run down Evel Knievel, Michael Redding in first.
Unfortunately, it looks like the 00 at Gordon Larson, his tires aren't holding up as good. He's starting to fall back. He's all the way back to 5th, getting ready to lose that position to Spence Thompson in the 89, and he will be dropping back to 6th here shortly.
And David Heise, he's also fallen back quite a bit right along with Gordon Larson, as you see right in front of them. That's Christopher Matthews. These guys not handling the old tires too well. But Michael Redding under fire right now from Mike Bruno, as Mike Bruno looks to take the lead coming out of turn 4, and he does.
Yeah, he does. He pulls the old slide job on him, Dewey. Gets up in front of him, exit in turn 4, and is able to take the lead and hang on to it.
We definitely see the fresh tires are key here, as Sawyer Ott has also caught the bumper of Michael Redding right now, and he's going to look to make his move around him very shortly. As it seems that the fresher the tires are, the faster you're going to go here at Iowa, especially with these slick track conditions.
Yeah, that could be, if we go green flag for a long time here, that could be pretty detrimental for some of these guys, Dewey. You're going to see them dropping like flies here after about 15, 20 laps. Those tires will have about 30 laps on them compared to the other drivers. It's going to be tough to hang on to that car.
Seems like everybody's starting to fall into their groove here. As
Yeah,
we should now
dude.
see some slicing and dicing.
Yeah. Oh, the 35 gets a little tight, gets up into the wall, allows the 89 Spence Thompson and the 09 to get by him. Chris Matthews pulls up to his bumper. He's going to see if he can capitalize on the position as well. Pretty good battle going on here, Julie, with 8th, 9th, and 10th with DJ Hardgrove, Alan Westman, and the number 62 with David Heise. Westman and Heise are running on the same HRL Motorsports team tonight, so in front of them they got Gordon Nelson Jr., Gordon Larson Jr., so we got 3 of the 4 HRL Motorsports guys running in the top 10, 11, 12.
And I have to say, Mike Bruno in the lead, but Michael Redding is doing a great job on old tires. He is holding down second place. Mike Bruno opened up a little gap on him, but he is opening up a gap on Spence Thompson currently. We got a spinner down on the bottom of the racetrack here on the front stretch. And that's the 114 of Jared Beasley looping it around.
Tough break for Jared tonight. He's had a tough race. We're looking to see him be pretty fast tonight. I think he qualified top 5 with qualifying time of 22:83. He's now going to go down a lap. He might end up falling another one after that.
He's been one of those that have just been really struggling with the track conditions here tonight. So we'll see if he can't get it back under wraps here as we're just past halfway and maybe get himself a decent finish here. But definitely tough track conditions for a lot of these guys.
As we've seen on a lot of these other tracks, Dewey, that clean air is key. You've seen the leader Mike Bruno in the SimSpec TV car get out to a commanding lead now of just over a second. You know, he's got about 6-7 car lengths on the second place car of Evel Knievel, so, and building. That clean air is key out here at Iowa, that's for sure.
Now that's definitely true here, as we got Spence Thompson, Aiden Young battling for third. Aiden Young down on the bottom of the track. He's not going to have enough against Spence Thompson on the high side, but a good battle for third right now.
Looks like DJ Hargrove spins off turn 4 and goes for a run through the infield.
Another tough break there for DJ Hargrove, your pole sitter. We were just talking about him trying to not push it too hard out of turn 4, as that seems to be a tricky turn for a lot of these guys. and he loops it coming out of 4 all by himself.
Yeah, definitely, Dewey. All that hard work getting back through the field like he was, and now he's got to start it all over again.
It seems to be for a couple of these guys, it's just an impossible uphill battle against this racetrack. While that was going on, Aiden Young able to get around Spence Thompson for third, and he's tracking down the 2 of Michael Redding for second. Aiden Young's car really starting to come alive here.
Doing pretty good, Dewey. This is going to be 17 laps at the station, flag station, and we've been running green now. A lot of good battles going on. Some guys getting loose, trying to push it a little hard, giving up a couple positions, losing momentum. Some pretty good racing all around going on out here tonight, Dewey.
I agree with you. This track never disappoints on racing, and that's holding true here. Sawyer Ott, he's running 6th. Gordon Larson Jr. 7th. Alan Westman 8th. David Levine 9th. These 4 are all duking it out right now, trading positions, racing hard. This little pack of cars right here, these guys are really entertaining to watch.
Yeah, definitely do. As you can see, though, the guys that are running that middle of the high line are able to hold the momentum off on the guys running the bottom. If you're going to run the bottom around here, you really got to drive it in deep and dive it in hard to be able to pick up positions. Because otherwise, coming off the corner, the guys in the high line definitely have a run and a little bit more momentum.
0-9 of Aiden Young looking to the bottom from Michael Redding for second, heading into 3 and 4. Aiden Young drives it in real hard here, and he is going to get Michael Redding out of 4. A great move by Aiden Young as Michael Redding starting to fade a little bit on those old tires, as now Spence Thompson looks to pass Michael Redding.
This is definitely where we're going to see those guys that stayed out. You can see those tires start to go away pretty rapidly. It's going to be tough for them to hold on to these cars here in not too many laps.
If that says anything, the 62 David Heise, he restarted the race in 4th. He is back to 16th right now. So definitely some tough sledding for the guys who stayed out on the old tires.
Yeah, definitely. You know, they're going to be out of a pit sequence now too. So if they're able to, the only way they're going to be able to make up that time, Dewey, is if they actually take advantage of a short pit here, get some fresh tires and try to make up as much time as they can and hope this thing remains green so the other guys, you know, have to use up their tires and cycle through again. We're coming up on 83 to go this time by for the leaders. Just to give you an idea right now, fresh tires from Mike Bruno after that last stop, 23.83 last time by, 23.75, excuse me, last time by. We go back and take a look at Mike Redding. His last lap by was a 24.158, so he's given up almost 5/10 a lap for the leader.
There's definitely a big gap between them now, as he was hanging strong with Mike Bruno, but his car is fading quickly.
Still got that exciting 4-car battle back there for right around 10th position. Looks like Andrew Cardinal is going to come on the outside of the 17, Alan Westman, and take that position away. He's going to pick up 8th spot over Alan Westman running 9th.
And Andrew's going to try and get around the 00 of Gordon Larson on the high side as well. Gordon Larson, another one of those guys who stayed out on the older tires. He is trying to hang tough here in the top 10, hoping for a caution here soon. One of the guys that is on the move right now, that's the 59, David Levine. He has worked his way through that pack, currently running in 6th, trying to run down these guys in the top 5 to crack into the top 5. And his car is looking really strong right now.
Yeah, definitely, dude. It's like he was shot out of the cannon. He must have been laying back, holding on to his equipment as much as he could, and now he's taking advantage of it. These cars out here have been pushing 20, 25 laps on their tires. He is moving through the field pretty quick, because he just picks up another spot.
And all these guys battling for 3rd. You got Michael Redding, Spence Thompson, Christopher Matthews, David Levine. These guys are all battling right here. Spence Thompson's going to look to the inside once again of Michael Redding, try and get 3rd away from him. And David Levine wants to be there when the door opens to try and take that position away from Michael Redding as well.
You can see how difficult it is to pass on the bottom here, dude. Those older tires are the number 2 for Evil Knievel Michael Redding. Spence Thompson has 5, 6 laps fresher tires. You just can't get by him on the inside. So if you can hold your line, makes it very difficult for those guys. They're going to have to actually burn their tires off to try to get around you.
And that's one thing I think Mike Bruno, the leader, did very well on that first few laps when his tires were the best. He drove it in there really hard and made the bottom work, and that's how he got around those guys to get himself back into the lead. And now if you watch Mike Bruno, he's running the same line as everybody else, trying to hold the momentum up around the high side and not loop it around.
It's like the 2 of Michael Redding got in a little deep. He pushed up the track, just about gets into the 89 of Spence Thompson. No harm, no foul, nobody touches. Looks like gives the opportunity for the 92 of Chris Matthews to try and grab a spot away from David Levine in the 59 as he drives it in deep into the corner and moves away.
I think those old tires are really giving Evil Knievel a fit right now as they go 3 wide. David Levine has a great run off the bottom, takes the spot away from Michael Redding, and Christopher Matthews trying to pass Michael Redding, but remember Matthews also on old tires. Right now, Mike Bruno, he has a 2.9 second lead over the 0.9 of Aiden Young. Spence Thompson is under fire from David Levine as they're catching the 99. That's Ronald White. He is currently 2 laps down. Well, we still have that great battle for 8th going on. Sawyer Ott, Alan Westman in 9th, Gordon Larson Jr. in 10th. Corey Walters, he's in 11th. And throw Clayton Curtis and Derek Robinson all in that group. Those guys are running really close together, battling really hard right now.
Yeah, definitely. Those guys are back there riding. It just seems that some guys' drivers' cars going away. They're giving up lap time. Others are starting to pick up the pace. They've been more consistent with their equipment. It's starting to bring the field back together a little bit back here in the middle, dude.
This was one of those long green flag runs that we were talking about that we hoped that we had. A lot of guys trying to make a lot of moves, figure out where the car is good, where the car is bad. You got to think these guys in old tires, they need to be coming down pit road here shortly. And that's really going to mix a lot of things up.
Yeah, we last pitted on lap 94, dude. We're up on lap 133 right now, so that's about 40 laps. I think we're going to start seeing guys cycle through here for green flag stops pretty soon. Tell you what, dude, Dewey, Mike Bruno has shown us exactly why tonight he's been leading the points this season. Consistency, consistency, consistency. Taking a look at his lap times, he doesn't have a lot of drop-off, running an average of 23.8, I think 23.8, low 23.9s over these last 40 laps. Just now, for the first time, seen him go into a 24-second lap. That was only a 24.05, so in 24.02. That's key right there, is the consistency at these tracks. You take care of your equipment, you don't have your speed drop off as much as some of the other guys. You have a good opportunity to put yourself in position to win races.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Mike Bruno may not be laying down blistering fast lap times, but he's laying down almost identical lap times each and every lap. And that really helps out whenever you're not trying to push the limits of your car to the extreme every single lap. So Mike Bruno, 3.2 seconds ahead of Aiden Young currently.
And looks like we have Evil Knievel hitting pit road early. Let's see if he's able to capitalize on these fresh tires and get out there and run for a good 10-15 laps and make up some of the time he gave up.
Yeah, he's definitely going to need some help with some cautions and things like that, as he more than likely will fall at the minimum one lap down here as he pulls into his pit box.
As long as we stay green, we should have an opportunity to make all that time back up and maybe a little bit more. As long as we get a full green flag run here where we go through and cycle green flag pit stops, he's going to be exiting pit road now and he should be joining back up on the track here on the backstretch.
I'm trying to keep an eye on these other guys who've been out there for much longer than the rest of the field. See them when they're going to dip down pit road. Christopher Matthews, Gordon Larson Jr., David Heiser, they are all still running on the track currently. Right now, Christopher Matthews is right in the middle of a big battle for third. Spence Thompson to his outside. David Levine right behind those guys. They are definitely battling hard these past couple laps. And 23 of Jason Burgess slowing there in turns 3 and 4. He's going to pull his car back in the pit area. He may or may not be done for the evening. That car did not look like it was running.
Give you an idea of fresh tires, Evil Knievel ran, his lap times are 7/10, almost a full second faster than the leader at this point on old tires. So he's going to be able to make up some time, and we'll see if he can get by and even drive past the leader here and get his lap back. That could pose to be pretty positive with this little short pit. You know, he'll get in, run another 40 laps and only have 20 to go.
Well, Christopher Matthews, Gordon Larson Jr., and David Heiser still have not pulled down into pit road yet. And you'd have to think that these guys are getting really close on tires and fuel now.
Michael Redding coming up to the back bumper of the leader. He's going to try to drive by him here in the next turn or two to get his lap back. He dives down to the bottom. Leader Mike Bruno goes high, and Evil Knievel's able to take the position coming into turn 1, I think.
And he's currently 2 laps down. He's got a lot of work to do right now. We got a couple of cars on pit road. The 5, Jason Alexander, he's on pit road. Billy Hargrove in the 22, he is on pit road. 62 of David Heiser trying to pull it in, almost misses. He's on pit road.
Looks like the leader's on pit road. Mike Bruno just entered pit road too, Dewey. So it'll be interesting to see after this cycle's through where Michael Redding ends up in comparison to Mike Bruno's pit. Hopefully he can get through and get his guys be on top, get him a nice fast 13, 14 second stop, get him back in the trap as soon as we can.
Gordon Larson's on pit road currently. Christopher Matthews has not pulled down pit road yet. And I think if Christopher Matthews wants on pit road, he's going to have to let the 59 get by, and he does. as every lap David Levine was down on the bottom, and if Matthews wanted to pull into the pit area, he was unable to, as the 59 was racing him for position. Matthews is now on pit road. So we're just a handful of laps away from 50 to go. Aiden Young currently your leader.
David
David Levine's in
lead
second.
at 6.2 seconds, Louis. So
Yeah,
as long
big
as he
time.
can hang
lead
on to
there.
that for as long as he can, you got to look at the leader, Mike Bruno. He's got to drive all the way around him, not just once, but twice to take that spot back if he's going to do it on the green. That being said, that gives Aiden Young a lot of time he can spend on the track trying to turn as many laps as he can. But at some point, it's going to become detrimental because his tires won't be good enough to hold on.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I'm curious to see how it all shakes out. Andrew Cardinale should be pulling into the pit area here. Looks like Spence Thompson's also on pit road. We got a pretty good battle going on here. Sawyer Ott, Derek Robinson are duking it out right now. Sawyer Ott's in 4th. Derek Robinson's in 5th. Clayton Curtis is in 6th. And while that's going on, Michael Redding almost loops it around in turn 4.
Yeah, Dewey, we're going to see a lot of interesting stuff going on here. We got half the field with fresh tires, half of them with old tires. This guy's going to be wanting to get by these slower traffic cars, but as you can see, there's just no room to go anywhere.
Especially with these guys battling so hard for position as it is. It's going to be pretty interesting once these guys get rolling, as the 818 Derek Robinson goes up and kisses the wall in 1 and 2. That's going to let Clayton Curtis get by him. That battle currently is for 3rd. We are very strung out right now, Tom. Aiden Young's in the lead by 5.8 seconds over David Levine. 3rd place, Clayton Curtis, 17.5 seconds back.
That is wild. I'm watching up here, watching the number 2, Michael Redding, fight his way through traffic. He's obviously got some fresh tires on his car in comparison to these others who haven't pitted yet. The top 6, 4, 5, and 6. Redding trying to get around him so you can see what he can make up as much time on the track as possible.
If I believe I heard the radios right, Clayton Curtis should be pulling into pit road here. He will forfeit the 3rd position. They were just 4 wide there, and I did not have enough time to say that. Just as I saw it, they broke up. DJ Hargrove, Craig Learman, Sawyer Ott, Derek Robinson, 4 wide. That was almost bad.
Yeah, that makes for some. That raises the pucker factor pretty high for all those crew chiefs on the pit box watching their drivers go in and be in one of those 4 wide cars. That's for sure. They just start thinking, "Oh my God, get ready, boys! We're gonna have to fix something up here pretty quick." But those 4 drivers held it off pretty good. No incidents. Nobody got into each other. Pretty good job of driving right there.
Definitely is Derek Robinson on pit road. So we have 6 cars in the lead lap. Aiden Young, David Levine, DJ Hargrove, Craig Learman, Sawyer Ott, and Alan Westman. And I have to say, the 17 of Alan Westman might be in a little trouble here. He is 21 seconds back. So Aiden Young definitely trying to put as much on the field as he can before he pulls in for a pit stop. And it looks like he will do that right now. Your leader pulling in for his pit stop. That will forfeit the lead to David Levine.
He'll immediately adopt a pretty large gap between him and the second place car, if I'm not correct, Dave.
Oh yeah, it should be at least 13 seconds. As the 69 John Barron's going to pull down on pit road. Just heard over the radio DJ Hargrove running in second. He should be pulling down onto pit road this time around.
Mike Bruno, the 19, the previous leader, has raced his way all the way back down on the lead lap. He'll be the first car, or excuse me, the last car on the lead lap right now. So when these other 5 cars pit, you could possibly see Mike Bruno being the only car left on the lead lap.
That would definitely be a wild and interesting series of events here at Iowa. Mike Bruno is now in third. He is 17 seconds behind David Levine.
David Levine last lap run a 24.81. Caution on the raceway. This is going to shake some things up, Dewey. You're going to have the top 4 cars be able to pit. Imagine Mike will probably stay out, but all those other cars 1 lap down. But those drivers that got mired 2 laps down, they're going to be in big trouble. Clayton Kurtz, Derek Robinson, Ronald White, John Barron. It's going to be tough. They might get 1 back if they're able to stay out, but it's going to be interesting to see how this shakes up when we go back to green here and after our green flag pit stop, or after the pit stop, sorry.
Aiden Young looped it off of 4 all by himself. They're bringing out that yellow. Now it looks like 89 is Spence Thompson also spinning.
And we got Dave Levine, the leader, on pit road.
And this changes a lot of what was about to transpire here at Iowa.
Mike Bruno's on pit road. Alan Weston, the 17, who stayed out during that long runs on pit road. All those guys are going to come down and get 4 fresh Goodyears, full tank of gas. We've got 35 laps to go, Dewey. That's the last pit stop we may see tonight.
Now, I'm definitely interested to see how this one's going to turn out. As we know, fresh tires is definitely key here. A lot of guys that already hit pit road, they're going to come down again, which I believe is a very smart move to keep pace with the guys who didn't yet pit and were able to survive until the yellow came out.
Yeah, we're going to have a pretty large wave around this time around because there's only going to be 1 lucky dog person. I think that might have been Gordon Larson, just because Aiden Young spun. So I think Gordon Larson will be the next one up available for the lucky dog. If that takes place, that'll leave 8 cars on the lead lap. All those other cars 1 lap down, as long as they stay out in front of the leader right now, they'll be able to get the wave around, which it looks like they're doing now, and come back on the lead lap.
Well, I'm curious to see how this is all going to turn out, Tom. We're going to
Yeah,
have
I've been just kind of sitting here
shootout.
mesmerized, seeing what's going to look like and shake up, Dewey.
This is quite an interesting series of events that we have not yet been able to experience at the NMNTS.
Yeah, we got right now we're showing David Levine as a leader with Mike Bruno in second, Alan Westman in third, Sawyer Ott in fourth, and Christopher Matthews in fifth. But that could change next time we go by the flag here. I think we're going to have quite a few wave around cars. I don't know if we didn't have a couple other cars that were on pit road trying to do whatever they can, get a little too much speed going on, because it looks like I saw Christopher Matthews have to drop to the rear as well. So he might have got stuck at the end of the longest line for a speeding penalty on pit road.
Definitely a big shakeup here at Iowa. But as we thought, track was going to provide some exciting action, and it has done so far here this evening.
You can see, I think all these cars back here in front of the 59 will be driving around the pace car as they go next, and the pace car will pick up the 59. David Levine is our leader.
Mike Bruno able to put himself in a great position, and he'll restart in second. He has been strong all night long, so we'll see if he can't take the lead and just walk away again here, or is the 59 of David Levine going to give him a good challenge?
We basically got ourselves a shootout here with 30 to go here at Iowa. We only got 0.88 mile track, Dewey, so these last 30 laps are going to wind down pretty doggone quick, and there goes, and we're off and running, green flag.
David got a good start here. See if he can stay in front of the 19 of Mike Bruno through turns 1 and 2.
It's like Mike Bruno got a run off of 2 as well as Alan Weston. They're going to pull up beside. Bruno's going to look like he's going to take the position, and Alan Weston had to get out of the gas just a little bit. He gives it back to David Levine.
That was a crazy restart. Mike Bruno almost a half a second and 1 lap ahead of the rest of these guys. His car just looks like it's on a rocket ship.
Yeah, Julia, hopefully he can pass post-race inspection. Hopefully he doesn't end up with a loose lug nut or something like that. We've been seeing quite a bit of that going on now in NASCAR.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I'm not sure you run into that problem here.
All right, looks like top 5 are going to settle in and pick off positions where they can. And you know what? We stay green the whole way, Dewey, which it looks like we have a pretty good opportunity to do in some of these other runs we've had. Some of those guys in the top 5, 6, and 7, if they're able to hold their position and keep control of their tires and their equipment, they may be able to put on a run in the last charge, the last 5, 10 laps, see if they can't get back up.
Yeah, we'll see how it all turns out here. I'm sure some of these guys would love to see a late race caution, while some of these guys would love to stay green. Mike Bruno opened it up to a half a second. David Levine hasn't got any bigger so far, as he is trying his best to hang with the 19 right now and maybe running back down.
In about 10 laps here, it's going to get really exciting. Hopefully we can keep this green flag running. We had a wonderful job tonight. 7 cautions for only 38 laps, so that's not too bad. Out of the 200 lapper to short track, we're doing pretty good tonight, and it'll be fun to see a green flag finish for once here. We've struggled with that the last couple races, so it'll be interesting to see if we can't pull that off.
Hopefully we can race it to the finish here.
looks like the race control was over doing a review of that last restart. Dude, we've got 3 cars that are going to get penalized with a stop and go for changing lanes before passing the flag staff on the green flag.
That's definitely a tough break for some of those guys. They were running very well this whole evening, and just an unfortunate for a series of events there. I didn't want to comment the book, but that was came out anyway.
Looks like we're going to see Christopher Matthews, Clayton Kurtz, and Jared Bleasley all black flag. They're going to have to pass their stop and go. They're going to really have to move with 22 laps to go to make it back through the field. That leaves Mike Bruno, David Levine, Sawyer Ott, Alan Westman, Aiden Young in the top 5. Check it out. Gordon Larson running in the 9th position with Spence Thompson and Michael Redding in front of him. Good run by Gordon Larson Jr. tonight, running top 10.
He's definitely done well to try and stay out of trouble all night long. But right now, Mike Bruno is up to 1.5 seconds over David Levine. As he looks like, barring any issues, he should be bringing this victory home, as he has been virtually untouchable, opening it up to almost 6 seconds at some points here tonight.
Yeah, Dewey, he's been mad fast tonight. He started this run out a couple laps at 23.1. Now he's up to a 23.5. Billy Hargrove, who's on pit road right now, but let's see. I want to go back and take a look at Levine's lap. David Levine's lap times are going to be pretty similar. He's been running 23 flats. He ran his fastest lap of the race on lap 172. David Levine did about 10 laps ago. So we're coming up on 182 now. He's still running 23.5s as well. So he's in there. He's competing pretty doggone good. It'll be interesting to see if these two guys tires can hold on for the remaining 18 laps. You know what, Dewey? I got to give a shout out to our sponsors tonight. Everybody out there in TV and land listening, go check out MotorSimsRacing.com. They are our title sponsor here, the Motor Sims Racing Association of the NMNTS Grand National Series. Also like to have you go check out the website of Hancock's Oil Can at www.oilcanhancocks.com. Use their code THUNDER17. Also, definitely want to give a big shout out to our leader and his sponsor tonight, SimSpec PC Towers. Go check them out at simspec.com. You can take a look at that. Points leader tonight, Michael Bruno. Looks like he's going to hold on to that, barring any problems. And Dewey, another one we want to say thank you to is TN Designs tonight for sponsoring the pole award as well here at the US Cellular 250 from Iowa Speedway.
And a definitely big thank you to all those guys for supporting the series and giving us something to do here on Tuesday night. It's always a blast to broadcast any race. But nonetheless, we are broadcasting NMNTS for one reason only, and you've seen all night long because it's exciting, it's fun, full of action. And that's what we like.
Yeah, it definitely is a blast. We can honestly say it's an honor to run with these guys and watch these guys night in, night out. NMNTS puts on one heck of a show. All of their drivers are quality stand-up guys. You don't see much, you know, you have a little bit of contact, but you don't see any real dirty racing or anything like that going on out there in this series. So if there's anybody out there watching this race for the first time or checking them out, you should take a look at their league. If you're interested in running with them, submit an application, and you never know, you might find yourself on the broadcast getting interviewed by Dwayne Lorzell on pit road after a top 3 finish.
Right now, coming up to go, Mike Bruno is ahead 2.8 seconds over David Levine. Sawyer Ott is currently in 3rd. Alan Westman right behind him in 4th. Aiden Young is in 5th. Laps are winding down right now, Tom. Mike Bruno just continues to stretch the lead here on 59 of David Levine. So unless we get a caution or Mike Bruno loops it or something crazy happens to that 19 car, it looks like no one's going to catch him.
Yeah, I think right now this is definitely Mike's place to win there in the SimSpec TV car. The only way he's going to lose it if he falls out the window of the car, I think, Dewey. But that being said, we got a lot of good racing going on for second and third between Alan Weston and Sawyer Ott. That's another podium finish up for grabs right now. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here in the laps lining down. We're down 10 to go and 9 to go this time by. So here we go. We got 13 cars on the lead lap. The first car lap down is David Heiser. So and as
Caution,
we say
turn
that, here
4.
comes caution. This is going to change everything, Dewey. We're going to have a 5-lap shootout approximately here at Iowa when we go back to green. That's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. There's definitely going to be some beating and banging and position grabbing wherever they can get at this next restart. This is going to be a lot of excitement and a lot of fun going on.
Well, yeah, the drama will definitely pick up here. So now would be the time, in my opinion, if you wanted to make an aggressive move and try and take the lead from the 19, this would be the time to do it.
We have been green for 21 laps. Is anybody going to pit? Leader
I don't
fakes,
think you'll see anyone
fakes,
pit.
Fakes. There you go. A couple guys went after it. No. 35 pits. Everybody else stays out. He's going to get caught. That's going to move the 17, Alan Westman, into third place.
Ronald White was the one who spun out of 4 there. Spence Thompson on pit road. Michael Redding on pit road. Andrew Cardinale. Jason Alexander. I see the 69 John Barron. DJ Hardgrove's also on pit road. So a lot of the guys on the end of the lead lap pulling down and just going to get 4 tires and fuel, and hopefully the first half of the field crashes and they can come away with a win.
Yeah, you know what? That's always a good possibility. They're going to try and pick off as many spots as they can with those fresh tires. They're going to feel like Superman out there with those other tires out there, 5, 6 cars in front of them that have all got 21 to 25 laps on their tires, Joey.
And we'll see if anyone's brave enough to try and roll it down that yellow stripe there on the bottom, as that seems to be the tricky line. A lot of guys that try to use that end up looping it coming out of the corners.
Ladies
All
and
right,
gentlemen,
Tom,
we are back
handful of
here
laps,
under
man.
caution at Iowa Speedway with the NMNTS Grand National Series, sponsored by Motor Sims Racing Association. Go check them out at www.motorsimsracing.com. We're getting ready to go back here green here shortly for a wild 5-lap shootout. It looks like we're going to have 5, 6 laps. Well, we do that, and we're pacing under caution right now. I want to give a chance to shout out to our sponsors, Dewey. First and foremost, SimSpec PC Towers. Go visit them at www.simspec.com. These guys do one heck of a job building computers for sim racing and simulator experience as well. Regardless of your budget, they can take care of anything you need. The other one I want to yell at is Hancock's Oil Can. Ladies and gentlemen, go check out their products. They got some pretty good scents out there. You can shop them at www.oilcanhancocks.com and use the promo code BUNDER17. That being said, Dewey, we're going to have a wild shootout in 5, 6 laps to go here. Any predictions other than melee?
Nope, that's the only one I got.
How about that 17 no brakes car of Alan Westman? He's moved his way up to third. Let's see if he can hold his position moving forward here and finish with the podium.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I like the nickname Alan the Magnet, as he always seems to be magnetic towards any wreck that's happening on the track. Is just tough luck for him, but yeah, there's not much you can do when you're a magnet.
Very true. Just tighten them belts and go after it. Alan Westman out of Gism, Minnesota, racing under the No Brakes logo. He's running with the HRL team tonight with Derek Robinson, Gordon Larson Jr., and David Heiza. And also the number 43 of Craig Lerman.
All right, we should be getting back underway here. Handful of laps to go. We'll see what happens. Mike Bruno, David Levine leading to the stripe. We're underway. Green flag.
Alan Westman moves to the bottom of David Levine in turn 1 and 2. Oh, caution back on the track, and that might do it for tonight, Dewey. That could
big
leave
time
it
wreck.
with
These guys
Mike
are still
Bruno
crashing.
Finishing first. Alan Westman will pick up second, it looks like, and David Levine could be picking up our third place finish.
It looks like going into turn 1, 35 Sawyer Ott gets into the 00 of Gordon Larson. Gordon Larson slides up the track, hits the wall, comes down, and melee ensues. But Mike Bruno will be your winner here. Another great race by Mike. I have to say, Tom, it looks like the melee prediction was correct.
Yeah, one of those things that's going to happen when you got 5 laps to go on a short track like this. But you know what? Take a look at HRL Motorsports drivers. We got number 17, Alan Westman, in second position. The number 43 at Craig Lerman running in the top 5. Who else we got up there? It looks like, I think, unfortunately, Gordon Larson got into a little bit of contact there on that one, and David Heisen's right in front of him. So great finishes, all top 13s between them 4 drivers on that team, and congrats to them on a great showing tonight.
We'll see if we can't grab the top 3 real quick for a fast interview here before we wrap up your evening.
I have to say, pretty big night for MR Motorsports tonight, too. Michael Redding was leading that team today. Evil Knievel had a pretty good, solid run all night. It's got a little offset on the pit sequence a little bit there and pitted, you know, and he had that 25-lap run and he was leading for a while. But you know what? Tough break there, but a great showing by MR Motorsports tonight as well.
Yeah, most definitely. And I'd say David Levine Racing was looking to have a pretty good finish there, but Spence Thompson caught up into that accident there, and that knocks him out of the top 10. And David Levine, he finished in 3rd, and so that's a really good finish for David. He was running up front all evening. A lot of these guys
green
had a
flag
good
run
night.
before this last one, David Levine, when we went through the green flag pit stops, he came screaming through the field up to the front. That was pretty impressive, that racing right there.
Alrighty, Tom, see if we can't get these cars maybe lined up on the front straightaway so we can do some interviews here.
We're gonna give Mike Bruno an opportunity to do his burnout quick, doing a little donuts down there on front stretch.
You caught up with your third place finisher, David. You had a great run going here tonight. Able to pull away with a third after a pretty crazy evening, but a good race for you.
Yeah, real felt good. The Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Revan Optics Mustang felt pretty dang good on the long run. That great run we had there in the middle of the race really saved me, especially from not really getting the practice laps that I wanted to, and qualifying like a bag of you-know-what, and starting shotgun on the field. But, you know, take this. Definitely thought I could have had a shot at second on that final restart. Kind of was really hoping that we'd go green the rest of the way, but really didn't have anything for the 19 right there. But all in all, a great race for the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Revan Optics Mustang.
Yeah, definitely, David. It was a lot of fun watching, and a good, by the way, good representation of the DLR racing as well. It was a lot of fun watching you come through the field, charging through the field in that long green flag run. You can see your car was definitely better there. That was something else. I mean, out of nowhere, then all of a sudden we pick up the blue Ford, and there you are. So, great run tonight. Congratulations on the podium finish. Appreciate you joining us for an interview, and we look forward to covering you again and doing hopefully many more interviews in the future for you.
Yeah, big 10-4 on that. These guys for the last year and a half have been calling me the closer, and I guess it's finally getting back to be where I want to be.
Sounds good. Have a good weekend. Celebrate this podium finish, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Big 10-4 on that. Thanks, guys.
Able to catch up here. Second place finisher, Alan Westman. Alan, you kind of hung around the back for a lot of the race, and you're able to come home in second and avoid being the magnet. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
So you did a pretty good job out there, Alan, tonight. Good run, good representation of this of the race team up there for HLR Motorsports that you've been running with. Also, you know, you really waxed them earlier tonight, so good job.
Yeah, thank you. A group of good guys invited me into the team.
Yeah, perfect. Anybody you want to thank out there? You got anybody watching tonight?
Yeah, my mom, my dad, my grandpa.
Perfect. Well, we've always said racing is a family affair. I'm glad they can come on. Just a big shout out to Mom, Dad, and Grandpa. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Hopefully you get to watch Alan do a bunch of racing here in the future. Appreciate you joining us for an interview, Alan. Look forward to interviewing you in the future many, many times, my friend.
Thank you, Tom.
And ladies and gentlemen, your winner here at Iowa, Mike Bruno. Congratulations on yet another dominating performance.
Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Mike, one hell of a race. It was fun to watch you tonight in the Spec TV car. You know what? I thought it was going to be interesting. Tyler got your teammate up there. Tyler got caught up early in a little bit of an accident there, or a wreck, whatever the hell you want to call it. But tough break for him. But you were able to carry it on for the rest of the team. So your ownership's got to be pretty happy, and your sponsors as well.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I really felt for him when he got caught up in that first deal there, and then just had rough luck the rest of the time he was out there. But yeah, I can't thank my sponsor, SimSpec PC, simspec.com. Go out and get you a PC tower as usual. They're a great sponsor, and couldn't do it without them guys. Yeah, it was just a great race all around, man. I just couldn't be happier for sure.
That's amazing. We've been able to watch you guys the last few races now. You and Tyler in the SimSpec car seem to be quite a bit faster than everybody else out there. What's your secret?
Oh man, well, I think we put way too much time into this than we probably should be doing, but yeah, just practice, bud. That's all you can really do.
Yeah, perfect. Good to hear, good to hear. Well, anything worth doing is doing it right?
That's it, brother. That is it.
All right, man. Thanks a lot for your time tonight. Congrats on the win. Go celebrate with your team and your guys, and we hope to talk to you again soon.
Yeah, bud. I appreciate it. You mind if I just say thanks to my team, and thanks for everybody for a great race tonight, and thank you guys and Bradley and Michael for the league, man, as usual. I appreciate everything you guys do.
No problem, man. Points leader can do whatever the heck he wants when he wants, as far as I'm concerned on my broadcast.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
Take care, buddy.
See you, bud.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're wrapping up at the end here the NMNTS Grand National Series, brought to you by Motorsims Racing Association on the U.S. Cellular 250 from Iowa Speedway. Go check out Motorsims Racing Association at www.motorsimsracing.com. Also want to make a big thank you to TNN Designs for sponsoring our pole award winner tonight, DJ Gardner. Congrats to him on winning the pole. In addition to that, a couple other sponsors we want to touch base on is Hancock's Oil Can, ladies and gentlemen. Go check them out. You can shop them with the promo code THUNDER17 at www.oilcanhancocks.com. No matter where you might be headed, we've got you covered, guaranteed. And definitely not last but least, or definitely not least but last, see him on the title sponsor there of the winning team tonight in the winning car, the 19 Mike Bruno SimSpec PC Towers. Ladies and gentlemen, go check out their website at www.simspec.com. Pretty good team there, pretty good company, putting together some good computers for everybody out there, depending on what your budget is. They have plenty of different options, so take the time and go check them out. Dewey, once again, thanks to Tom Jenks up in the booth. Thanks for you calling side by side with me tonight. Anything you want to add?
Nope, it was a good race and look forward to coming back here next week.
Yeah, once again, NMNTS puts on a heck of a show. I'm looking forward to getting back with them again next week, and that'll do it for us. I'm Tom Vanaras, Tom Jenks up in the booth for No Brakes TV, and Dewey Lazelle. Thank you all for watching us tonight. Make sure you go out to our Facebook page at nobrakes.tv if you don't mind. Give us a quick like and a quick share if you can. Also, make sure you like this video and leave us some comments any chance you can on our Facebook page if there's anything we need to improve on. Something else you'd like to see different, we like to give shout outs whenever we can. So looking forward to getting in touch and having you all turn in next week, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great week, people.